You know, ROI, or Regional Opportunity Initiative, was established to advance economic and community prosperity in southwest central Indiana's 11-county region. Since launching last year with a $42 million Lilly Endowment grant, the organization has rolled out several education and workforce initiatives. And for more on ROI's quality of place investment efforts, let's bring in now ROI Education and Workforce Director Todd Hurst and Bloomington Economic Development Corporation CEO Lynn Coyne. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you.
And I said a year ago, it's almost been 2 years ago now, right? That ROI was formed out of a grant, $42 million, really transformational grant, I think, from Lilly Endowment that is helping to fund this. Talk about the ROI efforts, really focused on talent.
It really is. So, yeah, as you mentioned, about 2 years ago at this point, the endowment made an investment in the region, really focusing on two areas, particularly with ROI. One's quality of place initiatives and the other education workforce development. We spent about a year digging into a lot of information, a lot of data, developing relationships with industry partners, particularly in our three key industry sectors, which are life sciences, defense, and advanced manufacturing. And this last year, we've really been seeing a lot of that effort, the work that we did in developing the relationships, looking at the data, developing the strategies, really transitioning into action now. Yeah. So a lot of effort on the quality of place side, looking at grant making, developing a regional identity through some strategic positioning, how we might take advantage of the development of the I-69 corridor, and then on the educational workforce side, working very purposefully with K through 12 partners, adult education and post-secondary.
Lynn, as you look at the ROI effort and this regional effort here, not just Bloomington, but beyond Bloomington, 11 counties, why in your view is that so critical? You've got some real assets here, obviously, with Bloomington and IU and Crane down to the south and on throughout the region, very rural areas as well, so some diversity there. Why is it so important?
It's important to understand that no community can stand alone any longer, that you may have certain resources, but you don't have all of them. And understanding what each community, what each component of a region has, and then communicating back and forth through that region will enhance all of us. There may be projects that Bloomington can handle, but we need to know where they could be handled, and vice versa. And then sharing best practices, communicating freely and openly about opportunities, knowing that one region might be better than another for certain things, and how do we bring all that together? We're all going to prosper when that happens.
You mentioned, as we were talking off camera, that fiber connectivity is going to be important, so there's got to be some infrastructure ultimately in place to help make it happen.
Absolutely, and you know, as we mentioned, fiber infrastructure is critical throughout rural Indiana, and to communicate. It delivers so much of the modern economy. So it delivers education. So if we're going to have a high level of education throughout our region, we need to be able to deliver that. Indiana, or Bloomington has, for example, Indiana University, Ivy Tech, and other resources. How can we best distribute that throughout our region? And I think fiber is going to be a very big part of that. The sooner we get it out there, the better.
Yeah, Todd, as you look at the initiatives that you're undertaking now, you're still relatively early in the process, but to get at this workforce and this talent issue, it's a big challenge. I mean, not just here, but all over the state of Indiana. How do you begin to move the needle?
You know, I think a lot of it's creating awareness of those who are in the educational system, the teachers, the leaders, the post-secondary partners, of what are the real opportunities here in our region. You look at some of the career opportunities. A lot of these positions really don't require a four-year degree and offer residents within our region opportunities to move directly into employment with either just a high school diploma or an associate's degree, making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 right out of school and without any debt.
Len, I'll give you the final question. Do you think the message is getting through to the region-wide to folks?
Yes, I do. I think ROI has been critical in bringing folks together and meeting together, whether it's at Crane or other areas in the region. And the chance to see each other and talk to each other and break down barriers has been critical. I-69 could be the unifying force for all of that. So I do see progress, and I think we have a bright future.
Very good. Lynn Coyne, the president of the Bloomington Economic Development Corporation, Todd Hurst, director at ROI. Thank you both very much, and good luck with your really important efforts, too.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to Bloomington.
You bet.